Today on a spicy production, we're making a Reuben sandwich. Salty, delicious corned beef, sauerkraut on rye, melted Swiss cheese, and some special sauce. It's going to be delicious. First thing we're going to do is we're going to make that sauce. A lot of people call it Russian dressing, Thousand Island dressing. It's easy to make either way. First thing we're going to need is some ketchup, some sweet relish, followed by a little bit of mayonnaise. Just equal parts mayonnaise and ketchup, about a tablespoon of relish. You can change it to your taste. Some people like to put onions in it. So I'm going to put everything together in a bowl, add some salt and pepper, and just mix it up. And that part will be done. Once you're done stirring that together, set it aside. Now we got our cast iron pan ready to go with some rye bread. I'm going to butter both sides. Butter the first side, slap it in the pan. Butter the second side after it's in the pan. And I've got this going over a relatively low heat, medium low. I don't want to burn the bread, but I want to get it crispy on both sides. And to me, this is a secret to a good Reuben sandwich, because you're dealing with such wet ingredients. You know, you've got the sauce, the sauerkraut, the greasy corned beef, everything that makes it delicious, but it'll make your bread super soggy really quickly. So if you crisp up both sides of the bread and then build the sandwich, you'll have a lot more integrity in your sandwich. So I'm just getting good golden crust on there on both sides. I like using just regular rye bread, but you could use pumpernickel, it's good too. Now we're going to put our sliced corned beef down. This is just some leftover corned beef I had from St. Patrick's Day, I believe. And then I take a, good amount of time here to make sure that they get good and crispy on the bottom, kind of like a corned beef hash. I like getting the color on that corned beef and get those little crispy bits. It's pretty delicious. Try to bring everything together into about the size of your bread. That way, once you get the cheese on there and everything like that, everything will be about the right size, so you can just scoop it up and build your sandwich. I like cutting things up so it's a little more bite-sized, so you're not dragging out one huge piece of corned beef, making a big old mess. I mean, it is a messy sandwich anyway, but we can try to mitigate that a little bit. Pulling all the corned beef to the side. Now I'm going to put the sauerkraut down and let it start getting hot. Same thing, you want to let the sauerkraut get warm and it'll start adding texture to it. This is some homemade sauerkraut that I make. It's simple, it's just cabbage in a jar with some salt. I'll show you guys some fermentation stuff one of these days, I'm sure. Put some cheese, Swiss cheese on there, then stack your corned beef on top and add a little more Swiss cheese. Let everything get good and melty. While that's going on, then we're going to want to again pull everything together. Now we're going to want to put our dressing on our bread, and I'll dress the bottom piece of bread first. Look at that sizzling cheese. That's what I'm talking about. And try to get it as in few tries as possible. You want to try to keep everything as together as you can. It's kind of impossible unless you have a giant spatula. But whatever you can't get in the first run, just throw on top. Lay some dressing over the top. Make sure your hand's in the way so nobody can see what you're doing. There you go. Crown that bad boy. Get ready for the fireworks. There it is. Crispy, gooey, cheesy, delicious. Reuben sandwich. In my opinion, one of the best sandwiches on the face of the earth. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.